So I had some questions that I got on Reddit and I want to answer those in this video. The first question that I got about which this video but in particular is that how does therapy help a person with borderline personality disorder? From what I have experienced, it helps a lot. That's what my short answer is. It helps a lot. But the long answer and how it helps with emotional regulation is that, see, when I began therapy, I was a totally different person. I was unsure of who I was. I was unsure of whether I wanted to live or not. As weird as it sounded, I just was like that. And if you're a person with borderline personality disorder watching this video, I'm sure you can relate with me. I was not sure if I was narcissistic or not, which is a trait of borderline personality disorder as well. Not very, it's not something which is very clearly defined, but most border personality disorders have something overlapping. They overlap a lot. And so, for as far as I remember, my goal with therapy was to discover if I have narcissistic traits or not. If I I'm trying to remember, that's why it's taking a while. I'm so sorry for the wait. And what my identity was, discovering of my identity, and trying to be a better version of myself, because it has always been a dream of mine to be the best version of myself. So that's what the goal in therapy that I put for the therapist in front of for the first time. And she is quite a good therapist. First of all, I like to tell you this, because in the past I had therapists who did not understand me, who did not understand my disorder, who did not understand what I was going through. So it was a very difficult ride with them. I changed therapists quite a bit in my life. I have had around 4 to 5 therapists in a span of around 2 to 3 years, and maybe even more. And my experience with them has been shit, to say the least. So with this therapist, when we first started learning coping mechanisms, in which the one coping mechanism I still use and which is still quite important for me today is the drawing one. So I keep a different pencil colors, different pen colors with me, and whenever I feel overwhelmed, I will draw on it on a paper whatever I want with whatever color I want. So that's a way basically taking out my feelings from inside my heart. So this helps quite a lot. It helps me focus. It helps me clear away my feelings. It helps me become a blank slate on which anything can be observed for the future's use. Moving on to the next part of my therapy, it was childhood exploration. It was trauma exploration, and currently we are trying to tackle the various negative traits of my personality, like impulsivity, and then the last week we did anxiety. So this was all basically what my therapy is about basically for now. And as for how it's going, it has helped me quite a bit. One of the goals that I would say was at the beginning of the therapy to become a better person. I'm not a better person. I might be a better person. I'm not sure, because I'm not the best judge of my character. But I can say with confidence that I am becoming a better person, and that one day will come. I'll be the person I always wanted to be. I might be the person now. I find myself quite satisfied now. I am very happy with how I am now. I am the perfect version of what I envisioned myself to be, what I couldn't even dream myself of being. So yes, it has helped me a lot. That's the short and the long of it. Do I do I want to finish this therapy? What I see the future of this therapy as being, I do feel like this therapy is going to help me quite a bit, not just today, but in the future as well. Whenever I become overwhelmed, whenever I have bad emotions, whenever I have bad situations, whenever I cannot handle myself, it will help me quite a bit to look back on the therapy, to look back on the progress, and talk about it with myself that day whenever it comes. As for now, I'm quite satisfied with how I am. So yeah, that I hope that answers your question. And also you asked me for a very specific part of the therapy, emotional management. So for emotional management, I would say that I have improved quite a lot in managing my emotions. Before this therapy started, I was not able to handle a situation without making a mess of myself. I still make a mess of myself. I'm not saying I don't make it. I don't make myself a mess, but I make myself. I'm a more manageable person, a person whom I can manage more easily than I could manage myself yesterday. So yeah, that's what I feel. As for the tips and techniques that I use, for personally for me, I draw a lot, as I already stated, the drawing technique, and then there is paper paper tearing technique. I will tear paper to shreds whenever I feel very angry. Taking a walk, talking to a person I love, and then there are a couple of more things. We can talk about it in more detail in another video. But yeah, that's the major crust of it. Having a good therapist, keyword being a good therapist, really helps a lot. If you have a therapist but they are bad, they are going to bring your progress back. But if it is a good therapist and they are actually good at what they do, if they are actually competent, they're going to bring your progress forward, and they're going to help you a lot in moving forward in your life. So yeah, that's all for me from the therapy point of view for borderline personality disorder for today. So yeah, thank you for listening. Please like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you did like it. If you do not like it, please click on dislike, and also give me a comment about what you liked and what you disliked about the video, so that I can make a better version of this video for the next time. Thank you.